Dear student, I am starting your lecture number 11. We have seen the characteristics of ideal operational amplifier and also inverting amplifier circuit. Today just I am making a revision of the some of the points of the last lecture and proceed further. See, this is your what is the ideal characteristics or what is the characteristics of ideal op amp? We have written input resistance tends to infinite. Second is output resistance tends to 0. Voltage gain is tends to infinite. Slew rate is very large. CMRR is very large. Perfect balance, that is when both the input are at same level, then output is 0, and characteristics does not change with temperature. Bandwidth is infinite. So many the characteristics you can make a list here, but these are the important. Input resistance is infinite, output resistance tends to 0, very low. Voltage gain is infinite, bandwidth is infinite, slew rate is very large, CMRR is very large, perfect balance, and characteristics does not change with the temperature. After this, we have seen a inverting amplifier. This is a circuit diagram of the inverting amplifier. I am showing you. This is a negative terminal, this is a positive terminal, you are making a ground here. This is a resistance R1, your feedback resistance is RF, this is your input V1, this is output VO, here we have written VO, this is your VO, this is your, let me write, between these two is VI, and this voltage I am writing VA, and we have written like this. Due to infinite input impedance, this does not draw any current. This terminal, input terminal of the op amp, does not draw any current. We can say that current passing to the R1 and current passing to the RF is equal. So I can write this current and this current are equal. So I can write I1 is equal to IF. What I can write I1? V1 minus VA upon R1 is equal to VA minus VO upon RF. You can see here potential difference across this upon this resistance is I1. What the potential difference across this? V1 minus VA upon R1 gives I1. That I have written here. Potential difference across RF is VA minus VO upon, if I do the RF, VA minus VO upon RF, I will get IF. So I can write this equation. So what is the VA? I will say what is the VA. In last lecture I told you VA is a virtual ground. Means this point behaves as a virtual ground. In last lecture I told you. This point behaves as a virtual ground. Sir, why? The reason is that due to infinite input impedance and due to infinite open loop gain of the op amp, this terminal behaves as this terminal, because this voltage drop across this tends to 0. If this voltage drop is 0, then VA is nothing but the same potential. This potential. This is your ground potential. So I can write VA is nothing but the ground potential. So I am putting this value here. So I will get this equation. By putting the VA is equal to 0 at this point and this point, you will get this equation. I think you understand this. So I can write VO by V1, it is called gain of the inverting amplifier is minus RF by R1. This is your simple derivation of inverting amplifier. The gain of the inverting amplifier is nothing but the feedback component upon this. Sometimes they are writing as ZF by Z1. I think you understand already, we did in a last lecture, and this is we have written here inverting amplifier. Let us do the one numerical based on this inverting amplifier. This is your equation of the voltage gain for a inverting amplifier. Minus sign indicate 180 degree phase shift with input signal. Here I have written closed loop because the loop is closed here. That's why from this symbol I have used the symbol ACL. Now R1 is the input impedance of the op amp. From this circuit I can say that the input impedance of inverting amplifier is R1. Remember, input impedance of the inverting amplifier is R1. Okay. Now, to increase the input impedance, you can increase the value of R1. But if you increase the value of R1, so you have to sacrifice the gain. Now, in here, sometimes they are connecting the load RL. If you are not connected the load RL, so you are not connected load RL, then here whatever AC millivoltmeter you are connecting, AC millivoltmeter, it become load to the output section. So this work as a load. So sometimes they are also connecting here, they are also connecting here load RL. And to avoid the loading effect to the previous stage, to avoid the loading effect to the previous stage, the R1 is kept high. I think you already know the loading effect. In last semester I have discussed so many times what is the loading effect. Now I am doing one numerical based on this circuit. For this circuit, here I am writing this is your load RL, this is R1, this is RF, this is a VO. Here they are given Vi is 1 volt. They have given the value of RF is 100 kilo ohm. This is a 10 kilo ohm. This is 25 kilo ohm. Now questions. Find input current. Find input current I1. Second, output voltage. Third, load current IL. Fourth, total current going inside to the pin of output pin of the op amp. Look here what the question. Find this current I1. Second, find this voltage, what the output voltage VO. Third, find this load current IL. Fourth, find the current going inside the output pin of the op amp IC. This is a question they are asking you. Listen again. For a given circuit diagram, for given the value of feedback resistor 100 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, 25 kilo ohm, calculate first I1, second VO, third current passing through the load RL, fourth current going inside the output pin of the op amp. Answer I1. I1 is nothing but the V1 upon R1. You can say like this. Sir, I want to use this here. So you say this is VA. So I can write I1 is nothing but I can write V1 minus VA upon R1. We know VA tends to 0 already, just I have discussed. So I can write I1 is V1 upon R1. I1 is 1 volt upon 10 kilo ohm. So we can write I1 is 0.1 milliampere. This is your first. Now let us calculate for the second. What is the VO? VO is nothing but the gain multiplied by input. What is the gain? RF by R1. Input is 1 volt. RF is how much? 100 kilo ohm. R1 is 10 kilo ohm. This is a 1. So output is 10 volt. Now third is IL. So what is IL? VO by RL. You can see from this. IL, this current is nothing but the voltage across this upon these resistance. Voltage across this is how much? VO upon this resistance is called IL. So I can easily write VO by IL. VO I have calculated 10 volt. IL is 25 kilo ohm. VO is 10 kilo ohm. RL is 25 kilo ohm. So this is 0.4 milliampere. This is your IL. It's very simple again. What is IL? IL is nothing but the years voltage across this upon this resistance. Second question must be raised. Sir, why you have taken this direction of the IL? What is the reason to take this direction? Answer for this. This is an inverting amplifier. Input is positive. Your output you will get negative. This you will get negative. This is considered as a positive because this is your ground. So current always going from higher potential to lower potential. So current will flow like this. I think you understand. Current will flow like this. And this current will also going in this direction. So this is your I1. So from the circuit I can say output current is nothing but the I1 plus IL. Look again what I am telling you. This is the current flowing in this direction. Sir, why you have taken in this direction? This is an inverting amplifier. Input I have given plus 1 volt. So here is a negative you will get. This is a negative. This is your ground. Ground is positive with respect to negative. Current flow from higher potential to lower potential. Current will flow like this. This current will come in this direction. So IO is nothing but I1 plus IL. So I1 we have calculate 0.1. IL we have calculate 0.4. So your answer is 5 milliampere. This is your output current going inside the output pin of the IC. I think you understand this numerical. Now, see, this equation is valid. This equation is valid when this resistance is less than the input impedance of the op-amp. This resistance is less than the input impedance of the op-amp. Then this is valid. In practice, if you want to find the accurate value of the voltage gain, input impedance and output impedance, then we have to draw the equivalent circuit of the entire inverting amplifier. So in a previous sections we have written the equation of the gain for a inverting amplifier is minus RF by R1. This equation is for ideal operation amplifier. In practice, you can derive the equation of the closed loop gain with the low frequency model. So I am discussing now the practical inverting operational amplifier. This is your circuit diagram of inverting amplifier. With the help of the low frequency model of the operational amplifier, you can derive the equation of closed loop gain. In a first lecture of the op-amp, I have drawn the equivalent circuit of the operational amplifier. Using that circuit, I am drawing the equivalent circuit for this operational amplifier is like as shown in figure. This is R1. This I am writing voltage Vi. Here is voltage, differential voltage is Vd. This is your feedback resistor Rf. Here I have shown your output voltage Vo. And here is resistance, output resistance Ro. And this we have written open loop gain multiplied by Vd. This is your ground line. See, this circuit can be represented by this. This is the equivalent circuit for this inverting amplifier. See, this is your V1. Let me write here Vi, okay. Here is your Vd. Between these two terminals there is input resistance Ri. So that I will show here Ri. This is your Ri. Between these two, between this there is Ri. This is your Rf. Here output section is output resistance plus gain multiplied by input voltage. So this is already I have shown in a first lecture of the op-amp. Now is equivalent, Thevenin's equivalent circuit for this I am showing you. Say this is your Vi. You must be knowing Thevenin equivalent circuit. I have to draw Thevenin's voltage. Vth is Vi into Ri upon R1 plus Ri. This is your Thevenin's resistance. Rth is R1 parallel Ri. This is your Vd, and here I am showing you this is your Rf, this is your Ro, EOL, Vd, this is your Vo. Look here, this is representing this part only. So this part I am showing you like this. This is a Vi, this is R1, this is Ri. Thevenin's equivalent circuit of this Vth, Rth. Thevenin's equivalent circuit of this only this much section. So what is Vth? Vth is nothing but you can write open the load. I open the load here, whatever load is there, that this part is what open, and calculate the voltage across this. Voltage across this is called Vth. What is Vth voltage across this is applied voltage Vi into this resistance upon total resistance, that is Vth. How to calculate VTH? This is called load, this much only, this is called load, not this. After this, whatever is there, it is called load. After this point, this is your load. This much is load. So to calculate VTH, open this. So I open here. What the voltage across this? That voltage across this is called VTH. What is the VTH? Applied voltage into this resistance upon total resistance, that I have written here. Now, so what is RTH? RTH is the but short circuit the input. मैंने input short कर दिया. Input is short circuited. Short circuit the input. Then resistance across this is called RTH. Short circuit the voltage source. Short circuit the voltage source. At that time, resistance at the output is your RTH. So what is the resistance at the output? These two are in parallel when you are making a short here. When I am making a short here, these two are in parallel, that I am showing you. So this is RTH, that I have written RTH here. And VTH already I have explained you. See VTH is this. So this circuit can be represented by this. So look here, this is nothing but I can write VI upon R1 upon RI plus 1. RI is too much greater than R1. So this equation VTH I can write VI R1 parallel RI. I should write RI, R1 only. Survive. What is the reason? Because R1 is too much greater than RI is too much greater than R1. So this is nothing but the R1. This is nothing but the VI. So I can draw this circuit. I can draw this circuit like this. VI, that is your VTH is V, nothing but the VI. This RTH is nothing but the R1. This is your RF. This is your RO. This is your AOL into VD. This is your VO. This is your ground. Here you zone VD. Look again for your understanding, I am telling you. The equivalent circuit of this inverting amplifier is like this. Okay. In first lecture of the op-amp, I have shown R, RI, RO and this. You can check. So just I have added this. I have added. Now I am drawing the equivalent circuit of only this much input section. So this section is this. How to calculate VTH? Open this. I open this. Here, this is what after this. Calculate the voltage at this point. So that voltage is nothing but the VTH. So voltage across RI is nothing but the applied voltage into RI upon total resistance. So from this you can say I have divided by numerator and denominator by RI. RI is too much greater than R1. So this tends to 0. So my VTH is VI. So in next section I have written VTH is VI. Now to calculate RTH, this is to be short circuited. This is to be short circuited means I have to connect like this and calculate RTH here. So when you calculate the RTH at this point, these two are in parallel, that I have written here. So I think you understand how to calculate this RTH and VTH. So instead of this, I have kept this. Instead of that, I have written this. and this I have mentioned like this. You can see, yes, I have mentioned. Let us see the current passing through this I. I am writing I. Here is also I. Here is also I. So I can write VO is nothing but the current into resistance plus AOL into VD. But VD I can write minus IRF plus VO. VD is nothing but this voltage drop plus this voltage drop. Is an inverting amplifier, that's why I am putting the minus sign. This voltage drop plus this, what the voltage drop? IRF. What the voltage drop? VO. So I am putting this value here. VO is equal to I into RO minus AOL IRF plus VO. So VO I can write IRO minus I into RF AOL minus AOL VO. So I can write VO into bracket 1 plus AOL is equal to current into bracket RO minus AOL into RF. I think you can understand. VO is nothing but this voltage plus this voltage that I have written here. What is VD? Voltage across this plus voltage across this. I put the value of VD in this equation. So I am getting the equation of current. From this you can find the current is nothing but I can write VO into 1 plus AOL upon RO minus AOL into RF. From the input section I can write current multiplied by resistance plus VO. I am applying a Kirchhoff law to this section. This section. So I can write VI is nothing but the I into R1 plus I into RF plus VO. You can see this voltage drop plus this voltage drop plus this, that I have written here. If I put the value of here's current, put I is equal to VO 1 plus AOL upon RO minus AOL into RF. By putting this value in this equation, here you can find the equation of voltage gain, which is called closed loop gain, is RO minus AOL into RF upon RF upon RO plus RF plus R1 into 1 plus AOL. You can do this much exercise, you can do. By putting this value of the current in this equation, you can write, you can calculate this output voltage upon input voltage is RO minus AOL RF upon RO plus RF plus R1 into 1 plus AOL. This is the equation of the closed loop gain if the op amp is not ideal. Is op amp is not ideal. Now, from this equation I can derive for ideal. With this is greater than 1. So ACL I can write RO minus AOL into RF upon RO plus RF plus RF into AOL. Now RF AOL is too much greater than RF plus R1. RO is very less. So above equation can be written like this. These have neglected because this is very large, this is very small, so this is neglected. So this upon this. So from this I can write ACL is minus RF by R1. What should I write? Minus RF by R1. Here I did mistake. Here I should write R1. Here I should write R1. These are R1. See, these are R1. These are R1. So this is also R1. So I think you understand the derivation of your closed loop gain for a practical inverting amplifier for a ideal one. I have calculated only input current and I am putting this input current here in this equation. You will get your answer. Now second derivation I am doing. Now here from this you can calculate the RF, means I can calculate RF is nothing but the, remember it is given by VD by current. So that I am finding you by this equation. For this, see here, this is your input section. So let us calculate RF. This is your equivalent circuit. This is RF. This is the RO. This is your EOLVD. This is the direction of current you written. See, this is your plus terminal, so I am writing VD. Current going in this direction means you are going from higher to lower potential. So I would write minus I into RF. Current flow in this direction. Current going from higher to lower. So minus I into RO. Current is going from your, this is your, from here to here. This is your minus sign. This is a plus and minus voltage. So from this I can write EOLVD is equal to 0. Look here, this I have written minus, this I have written plus, because here the voltage is negative, is an inverting amplifier. It is going from lower potential to what, compared to the here is what, negative. So while you are making the closed loop equation, this potential VD, potential decreases, here is a negative with respect to this. So while you are coming here, potential increases. So I have written EOLVD. So I can write VD into bracket 1 plus AOL I into RA plus RO. So VD upon current is your input resistance and it is given by RA plus RO upon 1 plus AOL. Look here, I have written the closed loop equation. What the way? If I am writing plus, this potential is positive, current flow like this, current is going from higher to lower potential, so this product I have to write negative, higher to lower potential, this product is negative. Due to inverting amplifier, at this point is negative potential, here is ground is considered as a positive potential with respect to this. You are going from negative to positive potential, that's why I have written plus. So from this I can write this equation, I can derive this equation. I think you understand this. Let us calculate the output resistance. Output resistance of the inverting amplifier can be calculated by this equation. Open circuited output voltage upon short circuited output current when load is not connected. When load is not connected, at that time you have to find what the output voltage for open circuit. Make the short circuit to the output section and find out what is the short circuit current. By taking the ratio of open circuited output voltage to the short circuit output current, you can find output resistance of the inverting amplifier. Let us draw the equivalent circuit for this. This is your VI, this is your R1, the previous diagram I am showing you. This is your RF, this is your RO, this is your return AOL VD, this is a ground, and you have written VD if you remember this. To find this, I have to make the output short circuited. To find this, I have to make the output short circuited. Means this is to be short circuited. This current is ISC. So this potential, see look here, this is your short circuited. So this I have to draw in this direction VD, current flow in this direction, let me say IA, then this is plus, this will be minus, so this will be plus. Then I think you understand this. So this current will flow in this direction. Let me say this is your IB, this current is IA, so this current is short circuit current. This is a plus, I have written minus, so this terminal is nothing but this terminal, can you see here? This terminal is nothing but this terminal. So that's why instead of this VD I have shifted here. VD I have shifted here. So this current I have to find out IA and I have to find out IB. I have to find IA. What is IA? You can write IA is nothing but the input voltage. Now IA is what? Simple. This voltage upon total resistance, because this is a short, this is your ground. So only you have to consider this two voltage upon this two resistance. Now what is IB? IB is nothing but the AOL VD upon RO. But what is the VD? VD is nothing but the current multiplied by resistance. This current multiplied by resistance. So look here, what I have written. First, IA is nothing but the VI upon R1 plus RF. IB is nothing but the AOL VD upon RO, and VD is nothing but the minus IA into RF. Voltage upon this resistor is IA. This voltage upon this resistor is IA. Again I have again VD is what this I have written. Second, what the IB? This voltage upon this resistor is IB. IA VI upon R1 plus RF. IB is nothing but the minus AOL RF IA upon RO. I put this value here, so you can get I and IB. Now I am writing IB is nothing but the minus AOL RF upon RO multiplied by VI upon R1 plus RF. I am putting this value of IA in this equation. I think you understand. So I short circuit current is nothing but the IA plus IB. You can see here, this current is nothing but the IA plus IB, IA plus IB. So I am writing this value VI upon R1 plus RF minus AOL RF VI upon RO into bracket R1 plus RF. So I am taking the VI common. It is 1 plus R1 plus RF minus AOL RF upon R1 plus RF into RO. So I can write VI upon R1 plus RF 1 minus AOL into RF upon RO. So VI upon R1 plus RF RO minus AOL RF upon RO. This is your short circuit current. Now look here, we have written ROF is nothing but the VOC upon I short circuit. Closed loop gain is nothing but the output voltage upon VI. So ROF is nothing but the ACL into VI upon ISC. ACL into VI, I have to put this value here. So it is nothing but the RO into R1 plus RF upon RO minus AOL into RF into VI. You know this equation of V output voltage upon current. What is the gain? Output voltage upon input voltage. So this value is nothing but the ACL into VI. What is short circuit current? Already we have calculated. So VO into this. Now, so VI is cancelled. So this is cancelled, yes. So output resistance you can write here ACL into RO R1 plus RF upon RO minus AOL into RF. Put value of ACL from the derived in a previous section. So I will get ROF is nothing but the, I can write RO into bracket R1 plus RF upon, you can write RO plus RF plus R1 1 plus AOL. This is you have to do yourself. Only you have to put the value of ACL from the previous section. Previous means I think you understand. Let me show. This value you have to put ACL. Put this value of ACL in here, you will get this your answer. So this is your equation of output impedance for inverting practical inverting amplifier is nothing but the RO into R1 plus RF upon RO plus RF plus R1 into 1 plus AOL. From this equation you can say if the gain is tends to infinite, then ROF tends to 0. Let me discuss again how to derive this equation. The output resistance can be calculated open circuited output voltage upon short circuit current when RL is not connected. So this is a short circuit. So this is your current flow in this current will flow in the total current is ISC that I have to find. What the way I have determined IA is that but this voltage upon this resistance. This is short circuited. So VO is equal to what? VI upon this is nothing but the IA. What is VD? This already I have written. What is IB? This voltage upon R that I have written. Now in this I have put this value here, so I will get the value of IA and IB. Put here IA here, so I will get the value of IA and IB in terms of VI. And then I will get this value of short circuit current. Now what is ROF? Voltage upon current. What is gain? Voltage upon output voltage upon input voltage. I use this equation here. I put the value of ACL and ISC. As you put the value of the ACL, you can get this value that you have to do. You have to put the value of ACL in this equation. You will get this. If the gain tends to infinite, your output resistance tends to 0. I think you understand the topic. Once you write this 2-3 times, then you can easily write in your offline exam.